This episode of The Bracket, a Lights Camera Barstool podcast, is specially presented by Waterbird. That is right. Waterbird's canned cocktails. You can find them in grocery stores, a convenience store, a liquor store near you. They make high-quality canned cocktails with real premium distilled spirits. Waterbird's ranch water, fantastic. If you never had ranch water, real premium Blanco tequila, sparkling water, lime juice, fantastic. I'm an Austinite from Texas. Tell you what, ranch water, very popular there. It is delicious, must have. You got to try Waterbird's. It's the ultimate refreshment. Makes their ranch water with real tequila, not from sugar or malt like all the others in the market. Waterbird also makes a delicious tequila margarita. The Waterbird tequila margarita is made with Waterbird's real premium Blanco tequila, distilled in Mexico, sparkling water, lime juice, triple sec, and a little pinch of salt. No mixing, none of that necessary. Waterbird, canned, all ready to go. Don't need anything else there. It's all right there. The ranch water, awesome. Tequila margarita, just as good, maybe even better. Who knows? Try them both. Figure out which one you like the best. Again, maybe you're going to like both of them. But try Waterbird. You can find them grocery store, convenience store, liquor store near you. Thank you to Waterbird for sponsoring this podcast.
Jeff D Lowe alongside KenJac, my normal podcast host for Lights Camera Barstool. Owen, KB, Nick, Stephen Cheah. This podcast, also on YouTube, no matter where you're watching, we are going to be doing each week a 16-team bracket. This week, it's worst mascots. Here's how it'll work. Beginning of the week, we're going to drop a list. You will vote on the list. The top 16 get into the bracket. We decide the winner. Could be best, could be worst. We'll probably alternate. Every other week will probably be more like a TV movie thing, and then the next week it'll be like a food thing, maybe restaurants. We'll change it up. We'll take suggestions, open to anything. Maybe we'll end up doing 8 teams. I don't know. We're going to start with 16. Mm-hmm. It's worst mascot. They do not know. Only I know what is in the bracket. If you watched Fictional Debates, another show we did on this YouTube channel, we did kind of reveals one by one. That's how we're going to do it here. You will see on the screen if you're watching what the mascots look like. We'll go matchup by matchup, decide the winners, and figure out the worst mascot in the world.
Yeah, and before we get started, I just want to be like, this is amazing. Like, this all started off as a pipe dream, and then we got picked up by the Lights Camera podcast, Barstool, their network. And they were kind enough to throw us on their network. And this is just unreal, meeting those guys. It's really exciting.
Dream come true.
All right, first up, we'll just get into it. Fuck it.
I already don't like this.
The number one overall seed with ease is the King Cake Baby. The King Cake Baby is it's a New Orleans thing. I'm going to just read what the King Cake Baby is, who don't know. Traditionally, a small porcelain baby symbolizing Jesus is hidden in the king cake as a way for residents of New Orleans to celebrate their Christian faith. The baby symbolizes luck and prosperity to whoever finds it. That person is also responsible for purchasing next year's cake, that's a drag.
Yeah, I owe you on a cake for 1 year.
Or hosting the next Mardi Gras party, which absolutely.
This thing represents Jesus?
Yeah.
I kind of understand where Pontius Pilate was coming from then. Yeah, he had a point.
So wet and so red.
So the mascot aside, this is a tradition on
Yes.
Mardi Gras to put an inedible thing in a cake, and you might swallow it on accident.
Yeah, now
Only the hottest girls swallow babies.
yeah.
Now they're saying they put the baby on the outside of the cake sometimes so people don't die. But now it's a mascot for the New Orleans Pelicans as well. And the creator of the King Cake Baby is actually suing a movie studio. Says that a side-by-side comparison of King Cake Baby and the Happy Death Day mask clearly shows that the visual attributes and aspects which have made King Cake Baby a celebrity mascot were copied and so substantially similar that to the two are seen to be the same.
That's true, though. That is the same mask, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
It's like literally
It's
the
very
same
close.
exact thing.
I think the head is the least problematic thing on this thing.
That's also true.
It's absolutely the torso into the tiny legs out of the diaper, right?
Well, this thing has my exact body shape. This is me.
These same exact legs.
Arms, and yeah, this is just
Penis.
I think this is an awesome. Yeah,
You like it
I
now?
too have a baby penis.
I have a baby dick, yeah.
I'm offended with how loose this diaper is. This
Yeah.
diaper's not catching anything that's coming out of
No.
this King Cake Baby.
The poop is just sliding out the sides.
That's probably like the best possible diaper. You only need to buy one. It's not getting any poop in it.
It is all right. It's the easy number one seed. Easy. It ran away with the vote. It's considered the creepiest match.
Yeah, and it just triggers my neonatal phobia.
Which is what?
It's just
Explain.
a fear of all newborns.
Is that
I
that
think
includes baby
I think
Jesus?
the best case scenario is it's not disgusting.
Didn't you
It's
used to
never
work with kids right before this?
appealing. I did infants and toddlers, but I stuck with the toddlers.
I wonder if we could get this King Cake Baby canceled, like get rid of him, but because he's disgusting. But if we say like he's ugly, they won't get rid of him. But if we say Baby Jesus wasn't white, then we could probably get rid of him.
That
They
would
might
do
get
it.
rid of him then.
Yeah.
Well, who is in this costume? Is there a size comparison?
Yeah, because that's a boy's
this
leg.
Is a tiny human is in
Very
that
thin
costume.
legs.
And it's handing out Mardi Gras beads, so it's a giant baby trying to see some titties.
Babies do traditionally want that anyway.
All right, it's taking on the 16 seed. So we all suggested mascots. This is KenJac's suggestion.
Which was?
This next one.
Next one.
Buffalo Bell, the mascot for the Oryx Buffaloes in the Japanese Pacific League since 2011. I want you to look at this, and I'm going to read you the description of the success of Buffalo Bell according to the Oryx Buffaloes.
Oh, did sickos find it?
Just
What do you think?
Again, if you're listening, I need you to pull up Buffalo Bell. If you're on YouTube, you're watching somewhere, you're like, all right, I know why. Here we go. Ready? This is this is what they say. Following Buffalo Bell's debut in 2011, merchandise for the Oryx Buffaloes have tripled in sales, with merchandise ranging from pens, stamps, bats, keychains. Buffalo has done exceedingly well with merchandising the fans. What has caused such popularity? Who knows? I think I can tell you why. Also, be very careful Googling Buffalo Bell if you're in a work environment.
Of course, KenJac submitted. And you don't even try to act like you dislike this.
That's why I kind of wanted it.
I will be the first to admit when a fictional animal's sexy. Not into this one.
No?
No.
Well, I was
You would
surfing
be the
through-
first to admit. But
Yeah.
I was like surfing through some different
Oh, yeah.
leagues and seeing what mascots they have, and I was like just looking through the Japanese baseball league, and I'm like, I looked at this one, and I'm like, there have been so many Japanese cum tributes made to this
There it
poor
is.
pink buffalo.
Look how phallic her sideburns are. That
Yeah.
the one on the right.
the one on the right is, or the one on the left is as
They're
well.
two dicks
Two
dangling.
penises,
Dick
different
bangs.
different
And she's-
very levels of hardness.
She's literally horny as well, as you
Yeah,
can see on her head.
gold horns.
Do female buffaloes exist?
That's what I can't tell you I've ever seen one. I've only ever seen buffaloes with horns. Is that not the males?
So then they just made this for. It's a trap.
My sister's high school
be. I can't see
mascot
what
was
it's
Lady Mustangs, which is a male horse.
Yeah.
It's the
Male ladies. They actually there was a golf company. Fuck, what was the?
Conservative bronies hated that.
It was, I forget what it was, but it was like the something lady. That was the name of the ball, and men loved the ball because it was so soft around the green. So they came out with a man's version called the Laddie.
The laddie.
Yeah, these people. Yeah.
So girl teams like always like the lady something. There needs to be like a fella team, a fella Brown Cardinals.
I mean, this is on here as a horny pick.
Yeah.
There was an honorable mention that was horny that Cheah submitted. The green M&M did not make the list. Super horny character.
They're just trying to get mainstream America horny while watching a game.
She was seductive. She knew exactly the white gloves.
Yeah,
Something about it.
Yeah.
The eyelashes, everything.
Okay, so we're gonna vote. Just do a simple hand raise.
Yeah.
To move someone on. I think if we ever have a tie, we will pull a random person in from the office, whoever is walking by at the time, or a delivery person.
Oh, yeah.
Could be anyone. But let's see. If you're voting for King Cake Baby, give the hand raise.
It's an easy one.
That's an easy
I
sweep.
picked Buffalo Bell, but it's so easy to pick King Cake Baby. or
That's an
someone's
easy
worse.
sweep. Now onto the 8th seed. A mascot that I hate this mascot.
No.
Jake, the Life is Good cartoon.
This motherfucker.
Is this
I
a
hate
bumper
this
sticker,
motherfucker.
or-
He's everywhere. He's on shirts.
It's okay. So this is a mascot for the American Clothing Company from Boston, started in 1994. These guys, they drew this character, the head of a beret-wearing, smiling stick figure, which I didn't know that was a beret. I always thought that was his hair.
With a cowlick.
Yeah, and the phrase "life is good." The brothers named the character Jake and printed up 48 shirts bearing a smiling Jake and the words "life is good." And this is what they say about Jake. Jake has taken his work seriously. His simple message of optimism has been embraced across the country and even around the world by people from all walks of life. Jake is quite the Renaissance man as well. He hikes, bikes, kayaks, plays guitar. He's a prolific ultimate disc player.
Yeah, prolific.
He's quite the athlete. He also enjoys a hot bubble bath on occasion. He's a bowler, a gardener, loves golf, and he's even gone organic recently.
Fuck Jake.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Look at his stupid,
I hate it.
his missized
His
eyes.
name is Jake. You know he's not French, but he's wearing little black sunglasses and a beret.
Look at this.
Fuck him. He's playing guitar.
This guy is definitely helping Brian Laundrie survive.
Yes.
Right now.
Dude, I was gonna say I thought this guy was at large right now.
Yeah.
I thought that was him.
Brian Laundrie loves this guy.
And like life is good. He probably has a rich family. Never worked a day in his life. Of course, life is good for you.
His sunglasses are the exact kind as Morpheus wore in the Matrix.
Yes.
They just don't need
Don't believe
they-
he's French.
Yeah, they're not full frame. Or like, and do they imply he has misshaped eyes?
Also, we're also missing that on the point that life is not good.
Life is not good.
Decisively not good.
And like half of the shirts, the illustration styles are all across the board. Like he has a very hand drawn face, but then like look at the detail of the tread on his shoes.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Jake.
Is like the stick part of his hand, because like they didn't differentiate there either.
Is he doing whiteface?
He's white face.
He's white.
He's blue and he's white face.
Wow.
That's sending a message. He's a typically blue. Life has been better since he's.
That
white
was a
face.
Nick.
Well,
That was
that's
one of
so
your
blue.
suggestions, I think.
I fucking
right?
hate Jake. Always have.
Jake sucks. So that's the 8 seed. That's a strong 8 seed, and he's taking on Helping Hand,
Oh,
otherwise
no.
known as Lefty, the hamburger helper mascot.
Yeah.
He's been their mascot since 1977, and this is from an actual blog from Betty Crocker's like blog site. By the end of its first decade, Hamburger Helper had its own struggles. Declining sales led the brand to get a helping hand, literally. The talking cute red-nosed, puffy, white-gloved hand with only 3 fingers and a thumb became a trusted helper in the kitchen. Was he too similar to the Pillsbury Doughboy? A bit grotesque? And what about only 4 digits? The icon in waiting survived the internal debate. Lefty was born, although not named. People embraced the helping hand, later named Lefty as well. Sales jumped.
I like to think of the nose as like a growth, like a boil on the hand. It's just disgusting.
Well, there's a drawing at the bottom.
Stigmata.
There's a drawing at the bottom. People often debate what it looks like inside the glove.
What's the inside of Lefty look like?
What is Lefty doing? In Hamburger Helper, like it's not bad.
Frank said that was his favorite meal.
Yes, that's fact.
That's a very generic favorite. They
Case, but
Hamburger Helper has so many like there's cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I think actually
that's all I know.
That's not good. I didn't know
that's
more than
everything.
one.
Yeah,
hamburger and
Just
cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I don't trust Lefty. I think Lefty has murdered his like ex-wife at the same scene at OJ's. So they just found a glove there as well.
Lefties are traditionally bad, right? Isn't that like the old timey like theory?
Yeah.
I think in I know in Italian they say it's sinistra because they thought that all left-handers were sinister.
Yeah, and I think in like Japan they make you like switch hands.
Yeah.
In
Ew.
kindergarten.
Hamburger Helper's net sales, they have to donate a certain amount to Ron Goldman's family every year. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll do the vote. I think Helping Hand would have never gotten in had we decided
Yeah,
the
I'm
bracket.
not repulsed by
I
the
don't
helping
mind
hand.
him.
Yeah, I think he's jolly. He reminds me of the Arby's glove too.
It's got a nice smile.
I don't like
Yes.
body parts with human face. That's a hand, and they added a
Anthropomorphic.
face.
It's more of a glove.
Yeah. Is there nothing? Is it an empty glove to you?
It's like helping glove.
Yeah, that's
Hollow
right.
glove, yeah.
This could be a Beauty and the Beast character.
Yeah, that's true. I think this is a runaway. Voting for Jake, raise your hand.
Yeah,
Fuck
Jake's
Jake.
the
Jake,
easy
the
one
8
here.
seed from Life is Good, moves on. Now on to the 5 seed,
hate
Mr.
this
Mucus
guy.
from
Hate
Mucinex,
this guy.
which our reference picture is him next to Jason Biggs.
There he is.
from
There he
American
is.
Pie.
Big reference.
So we were
On
talking
the big
about this.
scale, he's about even.
We were talking about this. The name Ansel Elgort. It should be
That's-
Ansel
yeah.
Elgort, not
Ansel
a handsome,
Elgort is the name
strapping
of a
movie star.
mucus.
Mr. Mucus's name should be Ansel Elgort.
He looks happy in this picture that we're referencing, but Mr. Mucus is typically a rather grumpy guy in a tank top, and he often has on his shirt, it says, that's Mr. Mucus to you.
and he beats his wife, right?
Yeah, he literally wears a wife beater in most of his
Yeah.
pictures.
I can see him getting beat by his wife too.
That-
He kind of has Binky
Like
from
sexually,
Arthur vibes.
Heavy
in the
Binky
head.
vibes.
You mean like the no nose thing? Yeah.
He looks just like
head
Slimer
shape.
from Ghostbusters.
He literally comes out
Yeah.
of a nose but has no nose.
He solicits prostitutes in like the Osmosis Jones universe, the OJU.
There's a lot of backstory on him as well. A lot of these mascots have very deep backstories. He became married, had a son named Junior, used to
advertised children's Mucinex. It is also revealed that he has an enormous extended family, all of them equally as stubborn. In his last appearance to date, he has a new friend called the Nasal Sweller, who resembles a bouncer, but he's also defeated. But then they came out with a new mucus. This new mucus is a more updated personality and attire, and is seemingly more of an annoying and troublesome jerk than a squatter, described as more muculent than the previous Mr. Mucus.
Definitely more muculent.
Definitely pretty viscous.
I mean, he's not wifeless. Obviously, his cock works.
Yeah, that's true.
point, Jack.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's true.
he's had a kid, so like just
Yeah.
walking in on two giant blobs of mucus, fucking. That's gross.
Yeah, I would say.
Look at his collar on his shirt in this.
He has a-
Awesome.
It's crisp.
It's got no buttons. He's got no.
he does have no.
It's
Yeah.
a bomber.
Yeah, it's a bomber. It's a flannel
He's wearing
bomber.
a bomber.
Also, you're a dickhead if you wear a shirt with your name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's very clearly mucus. Also, just Jason Biggs is just leaning on this Mr. Mucus, and I can't get over
Why are
it.
they together?
I
Is he
don't
the voice
know.
of
Is he
Mr.
the
Mucus?
voice?
No, the voice of Mr.
No.
Mucus used to be TJ from Silicon Valley. What's his name?
TJ.
Oh,
Wait, his name's not actually. Wait, it's the fucking.
Here we go. Gooch would
Hit us,
know us now.
Gooch.
TJ Miller
was
Yeah.
replaced by Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh,
That's a much better voice.
They were going to replace him with Steve Razanizzi, but then he lied about 9/11.
That's right.
Yeah, couldn't do that. Where was Mr. Mucus on 9/11?
I don't
The
know.
age-old question we always ask.
It was, yeah. That's actually a great point.
Ranked as the least likable brand mascot, by the way.
Yeah,
He
he's
is.
a giant piece of phlegm.
That's kind of his idea, though, too.
Other things he does in his ads so far, he tries to convince a woman to not use Mucinex.
You don't want to do that.
Blurts
Baby,
out
just this once.
blurts out spoilers in a crowded movie theater and tries to join a man for work without permission for Taco Tuesday. That's so specific. What are you? I'm a copywriter for Mr. Mucus.
This episode of The Bracket, a Lights Camera Barstool podcast, is brought to you by Bare Bottom Clothing. Get $5 off your first order at barebottomclothing.com/lights. Bare Bottom, they're on a mission to make the most comfortable made-to-last menswear, and it does last. As one of our co-hosts on this show, Nick, says all the time, he says, they don't shatter. You can drop the shirts. They're shatterproof. They stay perfect through all washes, wears, whatever you're doing, and they're comfortable, especially this time of the year. You know, starting to cool down a little bit. You need a nice, comfy piece of clothing that's going to hold up during the winter. You can feel good wearing it as well, and you look good. Everything is built for value. You're getting the softest, stretchiest clothes in the game for a great deal, under something. Maybe it's the main centerpiece for you. Whatever it is, you get $5 off your first order by going to Bare Bottom, B-E-A-R, like the animal, barebottomclothing.com/lights. That's B-E-A-R, like the animal, bottomclothing.com/lights.
All right, the 12 seed is a play-in game. We got to decide who takes on Mr. Mucus. Two Olympic mascots. First off, the condom people from the 2004 Olympics, Athenis and Phivos.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were very controversial and despised because they looked like walking condoms. Prior to the games, a group affiliated, I can't pronounce any of these Greek words. Anyway, people were really pissed off. It mocks the spiritual values of the Hellenic civilization by degrading these same holy personalities that were revered during the ancient Olympic Games. For these reasons, we have proceeded to take legal action demanding the punishment of those responsible. I actually took a Latin class back at Irving A. Robbins Middle School in Farmington, Connecticut during the Olympic cycle, and that teacher put these characters up all over the wall, and man, they were down within a week. There's condom people, and just like these are condoms all over the wall. She didn't know what she walked into. These were very controversial mascots.
They look like two like lab vials. What are those ones called?
Like a graduate cylinder.
Yeah. Filled with. They're all feet.
Yeah.
They have massive feet.
I know. I kind of dig them.
But they're going up against a mascot from the Olympics before this. It's an unofficial mascot, but it's Fatso the Fat Arse Wombat.
I
Who
love that. You look at the
KenJac,
picture.
describe it. Yes.
It looks like he's bending over and begging you to fuck him. He's just presenting his ass.
He's begging to be fucked.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Look what's out.
Oh, you saw this?
You saw my massive
Oh, you
ass.
my entire
I guess I am asking for it.
In keeping with Fatso,
what's
I told you
Converse?
not to look.
he snuck into a lot of the games and was eventually banned.
What do you mean he snuck
what?
in, Jeff?
Like the people who made this did it as a protest, and they would give it to the athletes who won. So because typically when you win an Olympic sport, you were handed like a stuffed animal of the mascot. when you like walk around the track or whatever, and then these people snuck in and gave the athletes the fat-arsed wombat, and then they eventually got in trouble. And then it also says that the statue in Sydney was vandalized in 2010.
How do you vandalize it?
You fuck it.
And then
You
someone
spunk
proceeded
on
to
it.
just steal it. It's gone. Yeah.
So somebody has it.
Kind of want to buy it.
So what's worse, Fatso or Athenas and Phivos?
So I think Fatso's intentionally super sexy.
Yeah.
The other ones are just bad, like children's drawings. That's typical of the Greek. They can't really do anything correct.
The Greeks still
Can't do
around
art.
drawing.
Yeah. My grandma, super racist against Greeks.
Wow, really?
She hates them.
What did you think about feta cheese, though?
She hates. She won't let no Greek allowed in the house.
No
So
Greek.
she hates condoms too, is what you're saying.
Raise your hand for Athenos and Phivos.
Hold on. I'm trying to
confused.
process whether or not I like or dislike the Fatso beaver.
I like how bad he is.
The
You know what I mean?
comically pronounced
Wombat.
rump.
He's just presenting his whole ass.
I mean, we're just sending these two into the blender against Mr. Mucus.
Yeah. Raise your hand for Phivos and the other one.
I think that one's
then
poor.
It's worse.
I don't like it. It's not a condom. It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
shitty
going with that
drawing.
as well.
It's a terrible
that gets,
doodle.
That gets 4 votes. That moves on. But now the big vote, Mr. Mucus versus Athenos and Athenas and Phivos. Mr. Mucus, if you're voting for Mr. Mucus, raise your hand.
Yeah, I'll take some
that's,
Mucus.
that's an easy win for Mr. Mucus. Next up, the 4-seed, the Noid from Domino's, a legendary
Disgusting.
mascot.
Yeah.
One of the most legendary mascots in the history of anything. He's back, by the way, if you haven't noticed. He is back. The Noid has returned. From 1986 to 1995, Domino's had a mascot called the Noid, a not entirely human character with buck teeth and a red bunny suit, whose sole aim was to disrupt pizza delivery back when 30 minutes or less was a state of art. State of the art.
Yeah, it was like when
Avoid the Noid.
It was when they invented the delivery bag, right, to keep your pizzas warm.
Warm, yeah,
And so
yeah,
the
yeah.
Noid couldn't get into the bag. What?
Is that it?
Yeah, he's just like a red rabbit who makes your pizzas cold.
Yeah.
With a human
The man face.
Man face.
Human face
face.
and teeth.
I hate him.
Buck teeth.
Is this what Domino's think their customers look like?
No. This is bad. This is a bad man. He's a villain.
Is
like
this
the
what Domino's
Hamburglar.
think Pizza Hut customers look like?
He's like the pizza hamburglar, basically.
no, he
Put him
didn't.
that
He
way.
just touched
He
it
didn't
and made
steal
it
him.
cold.
No, but that's like their idea. He's the bad guy.
There was supposed to be a TV series called The Noids in 1988, and then people were like, well, this is just an advertising. This is a 30-minute commercial
Yeah.
for Domino's. Though ironically, not on this list, I don't mention the Geico Cavemen. They did
Cavemen,
get their own
yeah.
commercial, own TV show on ABC. The Noid sucks, but like we kind of know about the Noid already. The Noid is going up against the monumental 13 seed Ray
Hell yeah.
Liotta.
Hell yeah.
The
Chantix,
spokesman
yeah.
for Chantix. I actually think
Chantix.
I'm going to pin for the up. First of all, he did get replaced by a turkey recently.
tough.
The cold turkey. I would argue, I'm happy that Ray Liotta has kicked smoking. I would argue that Ray Liotta makes smoking significantly cooler.
Yeah.
I think this
did they
is a
kick him
worse
because did he
mascot.
start smoking again? Did he ever quit smoking?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No chance.
He's way less cool now that he doesn't smoke, to be honest.
I love on this ad that he has actor first. Like actor,
father, then
first I'm an actor, then I'm a father. And that's probably true.
People should be more honest.
And actually-
Father should, not.
You can't even say that's alphabetized because ex-smoker is the last one.
That's right.
actor first.
Yeah, it's you can't have a cool looking dude tell me to stop doing something he did when
Yeah.
he looked cool.
I did it, and that was when I was the most successful.
When I was really successful. Cool.
At the peak of my popularity.
I was in my best shit when I was smoking. So you should stop.
Yeah, like I wasn't hungry
it's-
all the time. It kept me in shape.
And now it's a turkey,
It
which
was a great
exists
time
to
to
eat.
network.
How does a cold turkey sunbathe?
Wait, no, he's reading, I
He
guess.
is reading. I wonder what he's reading.
He's reading and putting out a cigarette,
The
I
turkey
guess.
has a cigarette, so what
Yeah.
does the turkeys do?
And I will. The turkey looks cool.
you could argue
That's a smoked turkey. Baby.
Chantix has no clue what they're doing.
Ooh, a smoked turkey would actually be great.
What is Chantix? I don't
It's
even
like
know.
chewing gum, right?
Chewing gum.
Yeah, it's like
Nicotine
a
gum.
tablet.
I thought it was gum this whole time. I like Chantix.
That's a fake product.
I just assume that all anti-smoking is just gum.
It's gum and patches, I guess. I don't know.
Patches. That's right. Yep, patches.
Gum and Patches sounds like a Nick Jr. show.
I think there's an upset here. Voting for the Noid, raise your hand. Ray Liotta, legendary
Give me
actor
I like Ray Liotta.
Ray
Ray
Liotta
Liotta.
slash turkey or just Ray Liotta?
Just
Just Ray Liotta. Fuck the turkey.
So you guys don't fuck with Ray Liotta.
No.
I think he's a terrible mascot.
It's bad mascot for Chantix.
We're crowning the worst of the worst.
Worst of the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah.
Next up, we just
I don't
mentioned
hate
him.
Ray.
The
Me
3
neither.
seed, the
Oh,
hot
hell yeah.
hamburger.
What the fuck is this?
You've never seen the hot hamburger?
Is Tom Hardy?
No, what is it?
The hot hamburger?
What's the hot hamburger?
I don't know.
You of all
viral.
people. You of all people, I would have assumed
Oh,
definitely.
this is a
would've seen this.
newer thing.
So this was in 2015, and I'm going to have to read the full breakdown from McDonald's marketing person. The Hamburglar came out of a brainstorm at Agency Golan back in January around marketing McDonald's new sirloin third pound burger. As we thought about the product and who the target is, and the infinity that fans have towards memories of our history, and we also look forward, we wanted to make sure we created a campaign that connected. The agency proposed resurrecting the character, said it was something that resonated with us as a potential mark that could hit, and certainly has. So they call him the hot hamburger. Obviously, he's hot as shit.
Aptly named.
He's
so sexy.
Does he have a big penis?
he has
Lowe.
to. Yashinsky says there were other design variation table. The handsome dude unveiled this week won out as he was keeping with McDonald's stated goal of positioning itself as modern progressive burger company.
A hot man, hot white man. That makes him feel so progressive.
He said, after the process of approving the radical appearance of the new Hamburglar, Yashinsky says, we had a lot of conversation around that, I'll be honest. We had a lot of discussion about changing a McDonaldland character that has a lot of history with people. We thought if we're going to be a modern progressive burger company, we have to have fun as a brand and we have to try different things. We wanted you to have some fun thinking about what should bring him back.
Are cartoons just not progressive? Is that what they're trying to say here?
And
I
like
don't
this is like the
understand.
least progressive,
Yeah.
but I don't think you can make him black. Like the only person in McDonald's
Yes,
universe that's black
literally.
is a burglar.
Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah. Jezebel polled its readers back in 2015. 58% of people said they would have sex with a Hamburglar.
13.
Babe, I didn't even ask.
Another 22% says, give me a free pack of McNuggets and we'll talk.
Yeah. You could catfish the hell out of Toledo Tinder with this.
Yeah, he'd crush in the
Yeah.
Midwest.
Is that shirt supposed to designate he's an inmate or French?
I think he
a burglar.
escaped prison.
Yeah, a prisoner, yeah.
It's the burglar.
It's always because he wears the tie. Like, he escaped and then, like, he didn't have an undershirt for his wardrobe, so he just wore the tie.
and the
And
fedora's
then red,
approachable.
sexy gloves.
I've never seen someone shush somebody so happily.
While holding a hand.
Also, wait,
He like really doesn't
do
want
a
them to
happy
be
shush
quiet.
right now.
Yes, you can't. He's like,
When what would he be shushing like while holding the burger?
Don't say
that way?
anything while I
He's
steal this
showing
burger.
someone that he
Yeah,
just
don't.
stole this. I don't know if you know
Don't
how
tell.
you
It's
a
had these
fake
third pound
shush.
burgers,
He's like,
but those were really good.
He's like, please don't
You've had
tell
the third
anybody.
pound?
Yeah.
Did they even make it anymore?
I haven't seen it on a menu recently. I was actually at McDonald's the other day.
This episode of the Bracket, a Lights Camera Barstool podcast, is brought to you by Thursday Boots. That's right. Head on over to Thursday, like the day of the week, boots.com, and try a pair today with free shipping and free returns, and use their survey after checkout to let them know that the Bracket / Lights Camera Barstool sent you there. Look, you don't want any clunky work boots or anything like that. Cheap, fall apart boots. You maybe wear them once or twice. You're shelling out hundreds. You step in like a small bit of water, a puddle, and they're ruined. Guess what? Thursday Boot, much better alternative. It's a startup, been shaking up the industry, making really high quality boots, sell right to consumers, unbeatable prices. I just got some in the other day. They're awesome. They pair well with anything I have. Pants, clothing, whatever it is. They look good with all my outfits, and they're perfect if you want quality. But you don't want to pay the overpriced stuff. You're getting the high quality thing, but you don't want to pay for that high retail markup just to get something that looks good when you can get it for much cheaper and it's going to last longer and fit more comfortably. That's Thursday Boots right there. They say highest quality and honest prices. You want both of those things because they use some of the best materials in the game, full grain leather, supple glove. Anything supple is great. And gold standard Goodyear Welt construction, just like the legacy brands that charge $400 plus ridiculous prices. But Thursday Boot Company, guess what? They're selling those starting price at $149 or free shipping and returns. Head on over to ThursdayBoots.com and try a pair today with free shipping and free returns. If for any reason you don't love them, maybe it doesn't fit. Thursday Boot, they got you covered. So go to ThursdayBoot.com. That's ThursdayBoot.com and get a pair of high quality boots you'll be wearing for years. And make sure to use the survey again. After checkout, let us know, or let them know, we are the ones who sent you there. Read that backwards. I'm too focused on my comfortable boots.
So this person is known for a quote where he once said, at first I was all about, like, I'm not going to shit where I sleep, but I mean, for her, I would roll around in my shit all day, to be honest with you. That's Italian mascot Ronnie Ortiz Magro from the Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah. He's the mascot for Italians.
Mascot for Italians.
Oh, okay.
This is, we only have, how many Italians do we have in here? Just KenJac?
Turani, what do you mean?
I am.
Nick was going to be
You're
named
Polish.
Santino.
My dad wanted to name me Santino, and I'm just like the
All right.
least Italian looking
As,
man.
as Italians,
Huh?
as Italians,
Yeah.
is he a good Italian mascot?
Yeah, he looks just like me. I look more like King Baby than fucking Ron.
You do.
Sure.
You
By
look
a
like King
significant
Baby.
margin. Shh. I'm going to steal your burger, then fuck you.
He's perfectly indicative of our race.
Is he the best Italian on that show, though? Paulie D.
No, I'm saying he's the worst.
He's the
I'm
worst.
saying, so I think
He
that
set a
means
bad
that's what makes him the
example.
best
But he
Italian.
does represent Italians.
Exactly. The
He
fact that-
ruined a generation of like Long Islanders.
Exactly. That's what makes him the best Italian.
Was I've never
Everything- your
was he the
argument
worst
is
on the
for it.
show?
Was Ronnie the actual worst cast member?
Yeah.
No, it was the girl Angelina or whatever.
Yeah,
From
Angelina
those
was
first
tough.
2 seasons.
I mean, the Sitch did go to jail for tax evasion.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's not an
Do
Italian.
People
That is
call him
cool.
the Sitch?
Yeah.
Or did you just do that?
Yeah, they call him the Sitch. I think he's the worst one, so I think that's a bad mascot for Italians.
Well, and that's good for this case. I think he advances. No, well, versus the hot Hamburglar is tough though.
The hot hamburglar,
that's
see,
tough.
the problem with the hot hamburglar is he
Nothing.
is just hot.
He's a good
I
mascot.
thought, yeah, I mean, but do you? I don't think he's a good mascot. The original Hamburglar was great, and then they just decided to make him hot and real.
What other mascots?
I don't need
would
any more
58%
competition.
of customers fuck.
Mr. Clean,
Mr. Clean, the bounty man.
Yeah,
Mr.
Mr. Clean
Clean.
would probably be like 95%.
Ronnie Ortiz, Magro, probably.
yeah.
All right, what's hot hamburglar?
I'm going hot Hamburglar.
As worse.
As worst mascot.
Yes.
Hot hamburger moves on. The original hamburglar, by the way, good mascot. Same with the Fry Guys,
Grimace.
Grimace.
Yeah.
And then the two that they got sued over, Mayor McCheese and then Officer Big Mac.
Officer Big
They
Mac.
got sued by HR Puffin stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they said you stole our stuff. And they're like, yeah, we did. yeah. They asked HR Puffin stuff to make them mascots, and they said no, and then they just copied them, and then HR Puffin stuff sued them. There's your McDonald's fact of the day.
Thank you.
Next up, the Quiznos rats.
Aren't they called like sock monkeys or something?
Yeah, they had a
Sponge
weird
monkeys.
name.
Sponge monkeys.
So this is from the website Slate. As I say, they're called sponge monkeys. I don't know why, and neither did the people we reached out to. In your mail, the gerbils with birth defects or Mr. Potato rats, drug-addled hamsters, hell lemurs, other have called them. They took it from like a viral video. There's a brand ad for them. See the clip of a thing called We Like the Moon from a site rathergood.com. And then Quiznos was like, yeah, this has to be what we do.
That's our mascot.
Is that
That's it.
URL? Is that domain still owned? Rathergood.com. I'd love to purchase that.
Well, somebody tweeted this too. Someone said, I entirely forgot that Quiznos was advertising with a short-lived internet meme long before the current state of corporate Twitter, which is actually a solid observation. Like,
Yeah.
Quiznos was doing this in
Ahead of the time.
2004. Yeah, like, this is such a present-day like Twitter thing.
I think this is the body of a chinchilla.
I mean, they're gross.
They have thumbsucker teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
And let's
real
not.
fucked up teeth.
I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Quiznos filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy not long
And
after.
Quiznos is better than Subway. by
Better
the
than
way.
Subway.
Significantly better than
I mean,
Subway.
how bad do you have to be that Subway's still successful when their mascot was?
Yeah. Which he should probably be on this list.
He probably should be. He should.
didn't make
And we're still like, nah,
we
we don't like the,
No,
we
that's-
hate the rats more. Than
That's
the
that's the they did this the other day on the dog walk draft. They did Sopranos. You couldn't draft Tony, right? You just can't put Jared Fogle would have won the bracket. Like that's like we have to vote him number one.
You got to separate the man from the art.
yeah.
Why does this have? It's all over the place. It's like a real animal's body, like a horse girl's mouth, and like two, like three-dimensional eyes, and then a clip art hat.
This is going to be a really
Fiancé
niche
gums.
joke.
Fiancé.
This looks like one of the faces that popped up on the Game Boy camera when you tried to go
Oh,
to the Game
the
Boy
game.
printer app. And you
We've
didn't have
talked
the
about
printer.
this.
It was like, ew. It was that noise.
The game
only
very
a,
neat.
only a
Probably
few will relate to that.
Only the elite will understand that joke.
It's very surprising to me that Quiznos just filed for bankruptcy, considering their competitive advantage was just a toaster. Like anyone.
It
could have
Okay,
it.
wait, the pepper bar. Don't forget the pepper
which,
bar,
which
right.
the
is
rats,
phenomenal.
Banana
the rats
peppers.
would yell. We got a pepper bar. Or something.
And that pepper
Would
bar
scream
was
that.
amazing.
You could just put that on your sandwich at Subway. Just tell the sandwich artist to.
Yeah, but that's not the same. They have a limited amount of peppers they're going to give you, Steve. You get to pick however many you want at
This
Quiznos.
was like a weird era for mascots. Like they were just loud, like the Guinness Brilliant guy, and just like that was people loved mascots.
Remember the guy, the Staples guy that would run around Staples saying, "Wow, that's a low price." Do you remember that one?
I don't remember.
There was a lot of yelling and screaming.
Yes, the commercials loved like
Well, yeah, like
frantic pizzazz.
Paper clips aren't expensive, dude.
yeah.
Don't what?
Wow,
How much did you think they'd be?
They've been 99 cents for like 10 years, my guy.
I feel like they're always
While these
expensive,
rubber
too.
bands are cheap.
The Quiznos rats were gross, but 11 we have another tie to break, a Burger King matchup. The King, the King himself, and then the Wizard of Fries.
I submitted the Wizard Fries. That's not a fucking wizard. It's not a fucking wizard of fries. It's a fry in a mech suit. It's not a fucking wizard. And they named him the Wizard of Fries.
like
I was livid.
This is all there is on the Wizard of Fries.
Everything is wrong
I
about
love
this
fantasy.
wizard's body.
And they're like, yeah, that's the Wizard of Fries. He's got big shoes.
the shoes are like platform, the things you measure your feet with at the shoe store. And it has orbs on the end.
And he doesn't have, what?
It's like a
He's a
Gundam
robot
suit.
powered by the French fries and its glass dome head. It can
Its head is like a
multi-fry.
vanity mirror.
He
with
can
like
multi-fry.
cigarette.
Give out multiple fries. Yeah, it's just so bad.
And the Burger King had a great year.
So he's the reason the video game Rocket League exists.
Well, he had the other game, but Sneak King and the other
Yeah,
one.
Sneak King,
was
and then
pretty
they
good.
had the other one, and then that Rocket League just copied it.
He had one of the bigger Harlem Shake videos, right?
yeah,
he did.
I can't believe that you just said something that is what you just said is so serious and true, but saying it is absurd.
He did have one of the more viral
one of the
Harlem Shakes.
He returned in 2015 when he
crushed.
walked out with Manny Pacquiao or
Yes.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, one of the more surprising members of the money team that you'd ever see.
Yeah, and then he stood behind Bob
that's
Baffert
true.
at the Belmont Stakes. The King was creepy, but I think the King is effective. I don't think it's a bad mascot.
It makes sense.
I think Wizard of Fries, right?
It's the fucking
Yeah,
Wizard of Fries.
I
could go
and I'm
on
gonna say,
Yeah.
I think the Quiznos rats suck. The Wizard of Fries is the worst mascot I think I've maybe ever seen.
It's me, the Wizard of. He doesn't have hands. He just has shoes. It's a robot, and they're like, "Yeah, that's the fucking Wizard of Fries." How? He doesn't even what? It's so
Globe
infuriating.
with Q-tips in it.
I don't know. It's got a little bolt of steam coming out.
Oh fuck!
Ah.
All right, voting for the Quiznos rat, the 6th seed.
I'm
Wait,
voting
wait.
for
That's the one I
Quiznos
know
rat.
and love. I have to pick.
I
Quiznos
Twitter
rat.
searched Wizard of Fries and nothing. No, I'm not serious. No results. Unless my Twitter is broken.
I actually think the Quiznos rat on the right is good looking.
The one with the pirate
It's
hat.
a little more symmetrical. It's a little more symmetrical.
You always like the guitarist, Owen.
The Wizard of Fries. You ready for the Wizard of
Fuck
Fries?
yes, Wizard of Fries.
Oh, all right, the Wizard of Fries moves on. The 7 seed mascot for PlayStation, Polygon Man. If everyone knows and remembers.
If as a PS1, they made him to be a competitor to Mario. This guy.
So they actually sacked Polygon Man not that long ago. Phil Harrison, then head of Sony's European game publishing business. This is it's like one of the nerdiest sentences I'm ever going to read. They apparently said Kutaragi was upset with SCEA was spending its limited budget on an alternative brand, but the thing that really upset Ken was the Polygon Man design wasn't garage shaped. How do you say that? Garage shaded.
shaded.
It was flat shaded. So Polygon Man was taken out into the car park and quietly shot. Read that.
I need you to read the phrase that was always underneath of him.
It's an advertising featuring Polygon Man paired with the phrase "It's more powerful than God" has been seen.
Horrifying.
Sony's wanting this to advertise to its teenage audience.
Christ.
It's like there's like the real cute. It's a me Mario, and there's like I'm more powerful than God.
Polygon Man.
Meanwhile, if you get a scratch in her disc, it won't play.
And that the thing too is like, I guess the PS1 we were still fairly Polygon-esque.
Yeah.
But it's such a rigid character design. Like, I can't believe it lasted that long.
Yeah. He looks like origami.
Yeah.
Like the most ancient graphic.
Yeah, so that's Polygon Man, and then he's going up against the 10 seed, and this one, I think this is vastly underseeded. That's Jackbox from Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And holy shit, he's got 3 pages of backstory here.
Oh, Jeff.
Unbelievable. He has so many things about
Politics.
him. Did you know that he has multiple family members? Cricket Box, Jack Box Jr., unnamed daughter, Patty Box, Jack's father, Nana Box, unnamed grandfather, cousin Jim, Joey and Joey Jr., Jacques, his long-lost French cousin, Jacques Box, antenna balls, possibly related but unconfirmed. Those are the styrofoam balls you put on your antenna with his head on them. And then Puppet Jack, which is his imaginary puppet doppelganger.
But who is in charge of creating that?
This is from all the shit is
just
from
a
Jack in the
random
Box.
weirdo,
It's,
or is
no, this is from
Jack
the company.
in the Box has an employee
Company
who's
known for bad salmonella issues, by the way.
I think they're pretty
Yeah, they're
good.
spending all their time on this.
People like their tacos. People love their tacos.
They're always like soggy, aren't
Like
they?
you can even like a freshman in high school. He attended Ball State University. Did you know that?
Which I
What
just Googled. I thought was an HBCU. Is not.
Oh yeah, definitely a
No.
Kyle definitely wrestled against Ball State University.
2005
didn't have a
celebrity
team,
poker
but yeah, I
champion.
would have.
It is known how it's not known how aging works in the Jack in the Box universe. For example, Jack Jr. does not appear to have an age, but similarly, Jack Box would have to be around 80 years old if you're old enough to have found Jack in the Box in 1951.
I don't know why when Owen said HBCU, I thought of the historically black cinematic universe.
Like Marshall, that's a great one. Emma, yep, I got you.
I think he sucks. But I'm also from an area of the country where he listens to Kanye West. The fact he requested to be added to his Wikipedia page.
I don't know if this is a mascot or just a guy.
Is that
there's
an
so
ice
much
cream
about
cone?
him.
You think so, right?
I think it's an ice cream cone.
I don't mind him. To
He
be
plays in
honest.
celebrity
I don't mind him
poker
either. He's a
tournaments and likes to go to
snowman?
Lakers games.
I don't like the fact that he's wearing a suit.
An average dude.
I don't like him. However, he's also fluent in
He's got the
English,
Salino and
Spanish.
Barnes tie.
He does. He also won the silver medal in the World Train Outrunning Championship.
Well, no, he didn't.
6'8".
Just straight up. No, he didn't.
So there were Jack in the Box. Did you guys have Jack in the Box commercials around you?
We
you
did
guys are all
not.
mostly
Not
around
in our
you.
region.
No.
So we had a lot of them in Texas, and that's why I hate him. So I may lose out on the vote here. I think Jack
Wait,
Box
He's
sucks.
6'8"
There was a
without the
point
hat.
in 1996 where he was receiving more presidential votes than Bill Clinton.
Oh no.
He was for a little while. Jack Box was really doing a good job.
So it says he was fired literally by the company's board of. They incinerated him.
Fired literally.
Fired literally is that's
flayed.
tough.
He never.
He was
nevertheless
necklaced
recuperated
by
from his.
a part.
Wait,
He died in South Africa.
He once gave 2 intoxicated customers a ride home and provided chicken nuggets to victims of an alleged nugging.
What's
I
that?
don't like the sound of that.
Can't say that on our
One
show.
nugget. That's a tough verb to use.
I don't like that.
What do you call somebody that does that?
It's an aggressive Jared.
We gotta last more than one episode. Polygon Man, raise your hand for Polygon
Paul,
Man.
I hate him.
He's more powerful than God.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of this, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, all right. Polygon
He's
Man.
iridescent.
Jack Box
Fuck
is
him.
gone. The 2 seed, very easily a 2 seed. The Six Flags Old Man, aka Mr. Six.
I didn't know he was named
Pervert.
Mr. Six.
Yeah, just the most perverted looking person in the world.
Great dancer.
Great dancer. That's how he attracts the
And
children.
He danced to Vanga Boys' We Like to Party. He often talked about having more flags, more fun.
That's what incorporate. That's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Flags are so
Yeah,
much
you got to
fun.
go to NATO.
We got all the fun.
Let's go to the UN building.
You gotta
man.
go to
You're
the
gonna
UN
love
building
this
to black.
shit.
He has been retired multiple times.
He's like 900 years old.
So it has on here. He's an old man with a knack for fun. That's a pedophile.
Yeah, it's just a pedophile,
You
man.
describe yourself
That's
as an
just,
old man with
like-
a knack for fun.
I don't know how to describe the era.
me. I got a knack for fun.
It's the rush.
My thing. I'm a sucker for fun.
I just hang out at amusement parks and
Speaking of
dance.
suckers,
This era from I don't know how to describe it. The era from 2004 to 2010 is just an era where old people doing young people things was just
They thought
right.
that was
Cool.
like the most entertaining, funniest, alluring thing.
Old people don't go to amusement parks. This was like an era where mascots didn't fucking matter. Like usually they have to make sense somewhat. It's like, nah, this is Mr. Six.
His ears are
I know his name
wilting.
is Mr. Six, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, his ears, I imagine, fall off now and then. Like they're just so gross.
Kind of looks like Uncle Junior. from
Mr.
Sopranos.
Six sounds like the name of like a hitman. Or like
Yeah,
the
right?
sequel to Reservoir Dogs.
Doesn't it?
I think this is an easy one, but he's taking on the 15 seed. The Wheezy the Bull Weevil from Arkansas Monticello, which I believe got in here because of just the name Wheezy. He has a penis nose.
He does.
It does. And antennae.
He does. A boll weevil is a beetle that feeds on cotton buds and flowers.
He looks like he's in the mucus family.
He's in the
He
mucus.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for his long ass nose, which they don't have.
Related
Well, that's
somewhat to Mr. Mucus.
Is he doing like the
Mr. Mucus's long lost
the
son?
fist thing
Maybe
here?
so.
He very well that could be him. I think this mascot sucks. I don't think it was the worst sports mascot, but I voted in here. I think it's an easy one. Six Flags, Mr.
Yeah,
Six.
Mr.
Yeah,
Six.
Mr. Six.
All right, so let's move on to the second round here. We'll rip through these. We got to decide the worst one. I feel like I know what is. I feel like I know the matchup. I feel like I know what's going to happen here in the end. So let's go through some votes here.
Sure.
King Cake against Jake, the Life is Good mascot. I'm going to be honest. I'm voting for Jake.
I'm going Jake.
I'm voting for Jake. We got to make our pitches here. We got two in the Jake camp. I think King Cake is gross but mildly endearing.
It has some history. Imagine having a horrible day and then you bump into Jake. He's like, "Yeah, I was hiking all day. Life's good."
And you
like,
just know his personality. You know the personality he has. King
He's
Cake
miserable.
Baby is just gross to look at.
yeah.
What, you want to hang out with Cake Baby? Like he has a good
All right,
personality?
let's not try to sway anyone either way. Let's go with our gut.
All right, gut reaction. We'll do a larger debate for the final one. Gut reaction. If you're voting for King Cake Baby, raise your hand. That's a vote
I
from
am.
KenJac. I'm going to start doing that for audio. People listen on it. I'll know to vote through. KenJac, Cheah, and KB vote for King Cake.
King Cake
God
Baby.
damn it.
Yep.
I hate this show. I hate this show.
God damn it, Jake.
I wanted Jake to advance so bad.
Yeah, I hate him. He's a smug dickhead.
King Cake moves on. Mucus against Ray Liotta.
This is tough.
Anyone feel strongly about Ray?
They have the same personalities.
That's true.
They do.
I think Mr. Mucus is based off of Ray Liotta.
But Mr. Mucus is bad on purpose in a sense. Ray
wanna-
Liotta is a bad mascot on accident. They don't realize he's actually
Yeah, they had to
he's an
repla-
improper
replaced
thing. Exactly.
He got replaced, but I was Mr. Mucus trying to convince like a chick, what was it, to not take Mucinex?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's dope.
That's cool, but that's what makes him not a bad mascot.
Come on,
I don't have.
everybody's
I don't think I
doing
have anything against him, to be honest.
yeah, I don't mind him.
Yeah, Ray Liotta was like just literally a bad mascot for Chantix because he made me want to smoke.
All right, Mr. Mucus, raise your hand for Mr. Mucus.
I'm rolling Mr.
Just
Mucus.
Jay,
The
stick with his gut.
13th seed, Cheah with the one vote. 13th seed Ray Liotta moving on to the semifinals. And now this one, I think we got another upset in the making here.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
The 3 seed, the Hot Hamburglar against the 11 seed, the Wizard of Fries.
That motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean, this can we get it? Can we?
Immediately,
We're all the Wizard of
Fries. So easy.
Yeah, the Wizard of Fries.
I think the Wizard of Fries might be our new sugar bear.
Polygon against Mr. Six.
Polygon's a bad mascot.
It is really bad.
Like it's for kids. They can't.
Especially
like,
it was
draw
such a
him.
gigantic
You can't go
brand at the time.
Yeah.
It was PlayStation.
But he's not
And
as
Mr.
willable.
Six was effective. People
He was.
loved him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
If you saw that commercial more than twice, you did not love it. If you saw it once, it would certainly grab your
Disagree.
attention.
And he spoke weird. He was like, more flags, more fun. Like, the fuck is that?
Every
for?
time
We
I-
remember that.
Yeah, it's true.
Every time I got a Coke can, I was thinking about Mr. Six. I'm like, I'm gonna go like suck off Mr. Six at Six Flags. You know?
The fact that Polygon Man was made to compete with maybe one of the most popular iconic figures, they were like,
Yeah.
we need our version of Mario, and he'll be more powerful than God.
it's more of like a concept than an actual mascot.
Coca-Cola, when they tossed him aside of the can, the one guy was like, what do you want from this advertisement? I want someone to want to suck him off.
Yeah, go suck off that old man of Six Flags.
All right, so if you're voting for the 2 seed, Mr. Six, raise your hand.
It's tough because he's actually kind of good.
Clean sweep. Everybody voting Polygon Man.
sucks. I didn't know about Polygon Man till today.
I imagine you played PlayStation. You've seen
yes,
the
it was
console.
the
yeah.
biggest thing in the world, and no one even knows who Polygon Man is.
He could be the least effective. All right, another quick vote.
And like
and then we're
he's
gonna have
just a head. You
Yeah.
can't be something man.
He's
if you're
conceptual.
Just a head.
another 2 quick votes. Then we'll do a real debate for the last one because I think we're gonna have an actual debate here. King Cake Baby against Ray Liotta. I think in this sense,
I gotta go King Cake Baby.
I do too.
King Cake Baby's
Yeah.
just worse.
It's hideous.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Disgusting.
The fact that it's just like, yeah, it's in your mouth.
It's
It's like, we're baking
malformed
this baby.
yeah, it's just. You know what convinced me, Cheah? Is you mentioning that if he does shit and piss, it's
going
all
everywhere.
going out the side
Yeah.
of the diaper.
and then you're eating that shit.
Yeah, why
piss
couldn't
too.
you just have mascot arms and legs as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, you just didn't. Yeah, you didn't need that.
And like, how did that tradition get started? Did it start with
Terrible
an actual baby?
tradition.
Yeah. Very.
Just like if you have a weak
Nice.
child, like that's a
Yeah.
king cake baby. It's like
All right, it's too small. We're gonna
Leave them outside the bakery.
very premature. Just throw them in the cake.
So I think everyone's king cake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I think everyone's voting Wizard of Fries, right? Is there a debate here?
Yeah.
Kyle, you really hate Polygon Man, though.
I don't like Polygon Man either.
No, but Wizard of Fries just transcends everything right in the
Yes.
world.
So this sets up. all right.
it's the Wizard of Fries.
It's just layers
No,
of wrong.
It's barely fries.
All right.
It's essentially like a printer, and you're calling that like
Is him-
it's the Wizard of
him-
Fries.
Controlling it? Is he a wizard controlling a robot?
Beats me.
No, the fries are the head. The fries are the brain of this whole
Yeah.
Gundam suit thing.
So the championship matchup is the 1 seed, the King Cake Baby, against the VCU, the UCLA of the one from playing game to the final.
Did we vote Polygon Man versus Wizard of Fries?
Wait,
No, we didn't.
Is anyone voting Polygon
voting
Man?
Wizard of
I'm voting
Fries for
Polygon
sure.
Man.
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
go
So
Wizard of
Cheah,
Fries.
you
I
and
think
Polygon Man?
both have arguments, and I could be persuaded if with the.
I think the
ranking.
winner
If
is in
KB
this
gets
matchup.
persuaded, I might be persuaded into
There's two
Polygon Man.
different
Okay.
trains of thought.
All right, we can hold off on advancing Wizard of
Che,
Fries.
try to convince KB.
Okay,
If
wait.
KB gets swayed, I could probably be swayed.
I mean, just when you open up a game console system, you're expecting something entertaining, funny, something to get you engaged, like a Mario or something like that. For it to just be for the creators at Sony to just be so narrow-minded to be like, we're computer programming guys, we think this mascot that is appealing to us is going to be appealing to their target market, which is kids, is
But
wild.
hear me out. Polygon Man is a Polygon Man. He is. The Wizard of Fries is 0 for 4. It's a golden sombrero of mascots. 4 giant whiffs on the body parts.
Damn, and there we go right back to Wizard of Fries camp.
What like draft was this? They were just like, nah, he needs bigger shoes.
Nick, how did you find this? Did you create this?
It might not be
you
real.
may have
I'm
created
not fully
this
convinced you
one.
didn't
Mandela
make this
affecting
up.
us.
No. I've always been enamored by the Wizard of Fries.
Why is he wearing skis?
So let's do a vote. Voting for Polygon Man just to finalize it.
I gotta go Wizard of Fries.
All right, so Wizard of Fries moves on. So let's go down the line. Say your vote. Maybe convince someone why you or give a convincing reason why someone should vote for one or the other. We'll start with Cheah. Wizard of Fries. Oh, is there a Wizard of
I
Fries
found a
song?
commercial.
Is he in a commercial?
He is, and he looks different.
We'll play it in the video.
Not any more like a wizard.
What is he?
He looks a little better, a little more polished.
But is he still a big robot?
yeah, it's just the same thing. The fries head in a
I think the fries are like the brain.
in a sphere
That's what I'm
of
saying.
glass.
Because it doesn't have arms to like operate the controls. That would be a little bit different.
I think they might be in its pockets.
You think the arms are?
All right, so I'm going King Cake Baby, and here's why. Imagine this. You're going to New Orleans, you show up at a friend's house, you're going to have some delicious cake before you participate in some drinking games, maybe. You take a bite. Oh, my God. I think I might have just chipped my tooth.
It's
But
the
that's not
tradition
the
is more
mascot.
off-putting than the mascot. to
yes.
The mascot's pretty
me. It's
disturbing.
disgusting.
Do you know? I have a complete body reaction when I accidentally get Coke when I get Dr. Pepper. I can't imagine if I take a bite of cake and I feel a small baby.
A small
in my
porcelain
mouth.
baby.
It is porcelain too. That is
I
true.
remember we were celebrating Mardi Gras in kindergarten and doing that.
Yeah.
and it was like we could have.
So you're voting
easily
King
swallowed
Cake.
that.
Yeah.
You're King Cake.
Yes.
All right, Nick.
So in my brain, I'm putting the Wizard of Fries in Hogwarts, and it's just like they're in like potions class. Just like all you can do is duplicate fries. Snape's getting pissed off.
I don't even know how it moves.
Okay, I found
He's
a
just shot.
fandom page. It's a robot powered by the French fries in its glass dome head.
Okay,
This is that. Oh wait,
so that's still not a
it's a
wizard.
better page.
It can multi-fry, where it takes a single French fry and duplicates it endlessly.
So that I did find that page. Don't scroll down. There's nothing left. There's nothing else.
it.
So he's
That's
a
all they got.
Christ-like figure.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Christ
is.
turning like water into wine.
So you're Wizard of Fries. You
Fuck
found
yeah.
Wizard of Fries. You got to back that. KB.
Again, it's the Wizard of Fries. It is the Wizard of Fries. Burger King is worth like what, 10 billion?
Their company's called Burger King.
Yeah.
Make it a king.
It's not a wizard, and it's not really of fries. It just is fries.
It has. It is. Wizard has fries.
So it is fries. Is it fries?
I think it's
Is clown shoe? They got everything wrong. They got the robot
KenJac.
wrong. They named it a wizard. They got everything wrong. They got the robot
KenJac
wrong. They
is
named it a wizard.
I'm trying to find somewhere I can buy a Wizard of Fries toy. They have a lot of them. There are a lot of Wizard of Fries
We have to
toys.
sell
Yeah,
a
like,
Wizard of Fries
it was
shirt.
not just like a flash in the pan.
No,
People
and they've
just accepted that was the Wizard of Fries.
Are you King Cake or
merch.
Wizard of Fries?
I think what it comes down to is like I had never even heard of the Wizard of Fries before this. It is inarguably much worse than King Cake Baby just because it makes no sense. But the fact that King Cake Baby is just so much more present, I feel like in my life, I have to pick it. And because it does have the added fact of it's disgusting. It is malformed, just nasty baby thing, gross, wet, slimy, hate it. And the addition of, like you were saying before, Cheah, it's like now you have to host a fucking party. That's terrible. It's like an additional
Also,
ill on
or
this.
buy a cake.
Or
You're
yeah.
gonna buy the cake 100 out of 100 times,
Yeah.
but it's still a nuisance.
Either way, it sucks more, and I think it has been so much more present in my life than Wizard of Fries, which I only learned about today. So I have to pick
Also,
King Cake Baby.
additional argument here. This is at a sporting game, right? You said it's with the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Okay. So what makes you want to cheer and yell less than a baby?
And
A pelican. The worst mascot and the worst nickname in Big Four pro sports.
what Nick said though was right. This is a baby asking to see tits.
Yeah.
Babies do that, though. They already do that.
Owen, you're the last hope for King Cake Baby.
Wizard of Fries.
Yes, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would have gone as well. This is the second I laid eyes on this fucking thing. I honestly didn't think it was going to make it through because it's such a stunning name, and anyone who would vote for it. But it had enough votes where I grouped together these and then the Olympic mascots. The Wizard of Fries it's stunning. I don't even. Like you look at
Nothing
it.
about it conveys wizardry. Not a thing.
Not a thing.
Why would they say wizard?
Barely conveys fries.
Wizardry is like mystical and magic. This is science.
Look at the Wizard of Fries, and you just can tell that they were trying so hard to compete with McDonald's, and they tried to be so futuristic and
scheme.
different. Yeah, and they came up with this. This was clearly designed by someone who's never seen a computer before, too.
Never seen anything.
No, they've never seen anything.
They never
Why does
seen
he
a
have
noun.
a yes and no button?
Yeah, what are the?
Yes.
So it says in the bottom right you can barely make it out in 1979.
Yeah.
So it gives you an idea of the time frame they were working with. So yes, they definitely never saw.
Yeah,
computers.
no tech
no.
whatsoever had been seen by the person that made
What
this.
question is yes or no?
Yeah, he just says yes or no. on
Let's
there.
let's give a round. Wizard of Fries, the first
Wizard of Fries,
champion,
first winner.
worst mascot. Honorable mentions though, some that didn't make the list, but
Can
came
we do
close.
a Wizard of Fries T-shirt?
Absolutely.
we
Let's
have
do
to.
that. we have to.
Big Boy from Bob's Big Boy.
I know Nick loves that guy.
Boltman,
101.
the Chargers'
Boltman's-
unofficial mascot.
Boltman rocks.
Not bad.
So there's a ice cream shop in the town next to us, and they just collect big boys. It's almost like a Chinese terracotta army but with big boys.
Protecting your grave.
The California Raisins.
those are disgusting.
Those are gross. The Geico Caveman. The Fedora sausage, the
What's
Denny's
Fedora?
mascot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Uncooked
kinda-
sausage with a fedora. It's an awful mascot.
The neighbor of Mr. Mucus, Freddy Fungus.
I like
That-
Freddy Fungus.
He looks like Sid from no, not Sid. He looks like Buck from Ice Age 3.
He you know those commercials, right? Those commercials were gross. He'd lift up the toenail,
Lift
and go
up
in-
that, and that like
Ew.
got
Yeah.
me, ugh.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
The green M&M. Soccer mascot, Mr. Pitch, which is
He's
a walking
awesome. He's
It's
awesome.
a walking field.
just
I
Taurus from Costello.
submitted him, but I love him. I just wanted him to get some recognition and awareness.
He's awesome.
Otto Orange. I like Otto Orange, but
The old one is worse than the new one.
Then the Pontevedra CF mascot, Rolio the White Bollock.
Submitted that one as well.
I got one of those.
The Adirondack
The picture-
Adirondack Flames Scorch.
The picture doesn't do it justice.
which-
In the original reveal,
if you're okay, so
it is killing a first responder.
If you're
a firefighter on the ground.
if you're watching if you're watching this on YouTube, you see the picture of him next to a dead fireman.
There's a dead fire.
But if you're listening
that's
to it,
awesome.
just Google Scorch Adirondacks and you will see the picture. They got a lot of trouble for that apparently.
What's that,
Holy
minor league
shit.
hockey?
A new mascot from Euro 2020, Skillsy, which is
Yeah.
just a big guy.
It's
Yeah, just have him
man.
be.
just have it be a man.
And I want that guy to look exactly like that underneath. Yo, put this on. What?
Slider, the Cleveland Indians mascot. Now I don't know if they're going to keep him. They're changing to the Guardians. Slider sucks. Slider came from like the San Diego Chicken era. Sourdough Sam, the Niners mascot.
Yeah.
Who is very similar to Steely McBeam, the Steelers.
yep.
mascot.
Same facial
strong
makeup.
chinned men.
And then the
Carries
Stanford
roof
tree.
and all.
Yeah.
Stanford
Yeah.
Tree is almost like endearingly bad now. I feel like we're like it's bad on purpose. You know.
Right.
So that was our first bracket. We hope you enjoyed it. Feedback wanted. The tough thing about doing brackets, we learned with fictional debates, is that once you do the initial debate, you got to talk about them again. So I think that was good. Ripping through them quick, and then we do like a final.
Spend time on the first
Yeah.
round, speed through championship round.
Where
It's
is
off.
the list of the ones we're gonna do? Ah, shit. I think I literally deleted it, which is a shame.
Smart.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, because I would have liked to have had the list of next brackets, but something tells me it was like.
Best wrestlers that committed murder homicides.
It was best. It was like just a name. It was like best like Jerry or something.
Was it Best Jerry?
No, it was something that. No, because there was a way to change the name around where it sounded phallic. And now I can't remember. But we will tweet out what the next bracket is and post on Lights Camera Barstool Instagram. You can watch these on Lights Camera Barstool YouTube as well, or listen to it as a podcast, barstoolsports.com. But we will post the next. The next one will be more either food or like movie based. We'll figure. Probably we'll do movies, TV, like celebrities.
Works.
Yeah.
Something more pop
we'll do like
culture-y.
we'll take a name and we'll pick the best of that name.
Yeah.
We'll find the best person.
Yeah.
So yeah, sound off. Let us know what you think. Who should have won? I'm gonna be honest. Wizard of Fries was the worst one.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like King Cake Baby, I get. Like that's it. You can make the argument. Wizard of Fries, we will sell a shirt.
Yeah.
I had never
I
thought.
think the shirt
Hopefully
should just
we
be
don't.
exactly
We
that.
don't deserve to sell any shirts.
It's weird because like I never heard of Wizard of Fries before this, but now I'm going to think about the Wizard of Fries every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because it's that bad.
It's horrible.
It's so bad.
You're a wizard, Fries.
That's how we're gonna end it. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.